some people in the U.S. Senate, some in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives suggested plans for government to hold Bitcoin as a reserve asset. What's the argument behind that? Is it skyrocketing? Is it a good investment?
Yeah, so I think it's in some ways it's indicative of what the average Canadian or American is wondering as well. They're hearing about Bitcoin and they're saying, well, is this something that I should be invested in? And people ask me that all the time. And obviously the first thing I tell them is I don't give financial advice. But I think the reason it's appealing or intriguing is, and especially for younger Canadians, is they're living through a time right now where they're maybe experiencing noticeable inflation for the first time. And there's always been inflation. That is not a new thing, but it's very, very palpable and noticeable since, let's say, the pandemic. And so I guess the wording is interesting as well, how it's been worded as preserving purchasing power. And so some people are looking to Bitcoin and other investments as a way to say, rather than keeping any savings under a mattress, maybe we should be investing somewhere to at least preserve our purchasing power. It's notable that the motion is not, let's invest in Bitcoin so that the city can buy Lamborghinis for all the police cars, right? It's not like a get-rich-quick scheme. He's written it as a way to say preserving purchasing power. And that's a very valuable conversation, I think, for anyone to look into. And that's why Bitcoin, especially this year, has become so captivating to a lot of people, including governments.
You mentioned earlier in the interview that you find that most people are derisive and, put Bitcoin down. How legit is Bitcoin?
So 2024 is a completely new world for Bitcoin. So if you had asked me a few years ago, is there a chance that Bitcoin could be outlawed, even though that's technically very challenging to do so? Could it be banned? Could it be extinguished in some way? That is, I won't say it's a non-zero chance, but it's extremely unlikely. In January of this year, there were Bitcoin ETF products launched in the United States. Fidelity, BlackRock, massive financial institutions brought legitimacy to Bitcoin. And by launching these ETF products, individuals and corporations have a very simple mechanism to invest and purchase Bitcoin, just like they would any other stock. And so, in years past, before these products existed, it wouldn't have been practical or even recommended for a corporation or a city to hold Bitcoin, just because it is technologically quite risky. You're responsible for holding the keys and passwords, and so a lot of things can go wrong. Whereas suddenly there's a very legitimate and easy way to do it as an institution. So the narrative on Bitcoin has completely changed this year.
Michael Vogel is the CEO and founder of Encore Ventures. We are talking about the potential of the city investing in Bitcoin to diversify its assets.